what is up? Welcome back. My name is Tez. Today's video is going to be a 3 looks 1 palette on a Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 6. I told you guys on my last video I was going to do 3 looks with this palette, so today is the day. And I'm going to do some swatches and we'll jump right into the tutorial. Alright, let's go ahead and swatch it together. Normally I just insert clips. I do want to kind of swatch it with you guys and just chat a little bit. Let's do the white. Wow, these swatch so nicely. Pigmentation in this palette, I have no complaints. Packs a punch for sure. And then I'm going to this purple, which has a little bit of a, what do you say? Is that micro glitters in the purple? Wow, look at that. That is a color story in itself, huh? I'll swatch the glitter last because they're a pain to come off. Very, very vibrant. Swatching this. Pigment in these are crazy. Look at that. Like truly, wow. This. I feel like these tones also feels very retro. Something about these are like giving me all the 80s vibes for some reason. Wow. These doesn't swatch as well. I do feel like this shade is a little, I don't know, on the sheer side or something like that. Let's roll and then we'll swatch the glittery shades. They do seem to be a little dry to the touch. Oh, let's do here. They do seem a little like dry. It's more of one of those like drier to the touch formula. Go into the shade C5, just this purple. Really want to see if it gets patchy or anything. This type of purples are normally pretty hard to get right. I have primed my face with the Ulta matte primer. So let's see if the eyeshadow perform better. This shade kind of reminds me of the shade in the Natasha Denona Mini Lila. This is the purple that's in there. Pretty identical. I don't know if it is me or is it like grabbing at like a certain areas. And I also do find that like when it comes to pressed pigment, it's better to use packing motion instead of swirling or like blending motion. I'm gonna take this shade and bring it down a little bit. Okay, I want to go to the shade D4, which is like this type of a really pretty pink. I do want to swirl it and kind of stamp it on this part of my eyes. Let's bring it a little higher. Honestly, I'm just freestyling it. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't really have a clue right now. But I just want to have fun, you know? Next, let's go into the shade C4 again. I really just want to see if this shade is doing anything weird today. Because I do feel like yesterday, I kind of am having a little bit of an issue just like packing it on. Again, you can always go into your glitter primer if you do feel like your pigment is not really grabbing at the right spot. Does require a little bit more of love. But the good thing to note is that it does blend. So I'm not too mad at it. I wish it could be smoother. Let me just pack on a little more here. Yeah. Okay, next I dip into a little bit of a white because I do want to soften this place up and bring in some light here. I really like the white in this palette. Very pigmented, easy to build. So that's a good thing. Bring in the white on the inner corner. Cleaning off the brush, let's go into, let's try B1, this blue. I mean, how fun would that be? This palette, honestly, is giving me all the 80s feel. Like a very retro, very 80s, 90s vibe, early 90s type of a vibe. I'm talking the blue here. Okay, I'm using the same brush. This is just the BH number 5 brush. I'm taking C5 and packing it some more on, just to making it a little more impactful. And packing it on my upper eyelid as well. I am taking the shade C4. Just want to buff it out. Bring it out a little bit. I'm going back to D4 again. And just kind of bring out the color a little more. I want to like stop myself from doing too much. I think I'm just gonna go to C1, this light lilac. I'm packing that on the inner corner. I'm mixing C1 and 1, lightly dusted on the brow bone. Just to tie the look together, you know. Kind of brighten it, the brow bone. You go back to the white to brighten it up. For the inner rim, I'm going to this ColourPop curtain gel pencil in the shade Croquette. It's like a shimmering pink. Taking the leftover of the shade D4, I'm just buffing that on the lower lash line. You guys, this is the finished first look. I thought it is kind of fun. I do like the pop of blue against the purple and also this little like red moment. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I don't know if this works, but as far as a colorful look goes, I think it is really fun. And let's move on to the next look. Let's go into the second look. I think I'm gonna do something with the yellow and the greens. For some reason it's calling my name. I'm going to the shade B2, which is like a yellow. I again prime with the Ulta primer. This lays pretty well. I'm going to dip it to the green next to a B3. This is a pretty true like grass green. I don't think I have a shade like this in my collection. I'm building this one up ever so slightly. And I do want to like kind of see what the deal is with B5 as like a deepening shade. Ooh, that is bright and lots of pigment. Okay, I want to go into the shade B4 and I'm gonna smoke that out. I'm basically just staying within the second row because I do feel like the lineup is really pretty. This row right here. It's all about placement sometimes, you know? Like the color combination might not work, but I feel like placement definitely matters too, so. This is actually quite easy. This look are just like coming together rather quickly. Going into the B1. Wow, what a summery look. Okay, I'm gonna dip into the shade A2. It's a pressed glitter. I don't know, maybe this can work as like a inner corner pop. There is no, I didn't put any glitter primer or anything. This kind of, the quality of the glitter kind of reminds me of Colourpop pressed glitter, which I kind of declutter because I honestly don't really use them as much as I used to, you know, play, but I don't know, I kind of wish there's no pressed glitter in this palette, so that's a little disappointing. So that is the glitter, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit of D1, this orangey shade, and just, you know, press it here so it's more like a inner corner pop over here. Hey guys, I am back with some lash, and I definitely went back to re-intensify all the shades that's on my upper eyelid, and now I'm going into the shade Peach Fuzz to kind of complete this look. Okay guys, I am back with the finished look. This is so fun, so summery, and yeah, really hope that you guys enjoyed this look. Personally, I really like it. It's just something really simple, giving me all the summer vibes, and I just want to drink a lemonade with this look. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's move on to the second look. Wow, that pressed glitter is like literally, do you guys see it? It's like everywhere. Ah. It takes so much effort to clean the pressed glitter. My advice is to use tape. It's always easier to just use tape and tape it out before you go in with your makeup remover. I kind of feel like some aspect of this palette really reminds me of the early days of pressed glitter trend. I feel like 2022, like people probably aren't as like excited when there's pressed glitter in the palette, you know, like we've seen Colourpop do this. I just don't understand why they would put the pressed glitter in there. And there's actually two shades with like glitter. It's like they have like micro glitters in there. Yeah, I don't understand why they do that, but anyways, I digress. Let's move on to the third look. Let's dip into the deeper shades and see what's up. I feel like I've used pretty much all the lighter shades besides the two pinks, besides the deeper tones. So let's do that, you know? I'm gonna go into E4. This is the like a midnight navy blue. I'm just gonna pack that on the outer V. Do you want to create something like smoky with this look? Okay, let's go into this shade A5. This pretty like smoky shade. It's not super duper metallic. It's almost like a satin. Can you still see the The orange pressed glitter, oh god. Alright. Alright, I'm switching to a brush to continue to pack this color on. The shade C2 fluffy shader. I'm going to kind of define the space around here a little bit. Okay, now I am kind of going back to the shade E4. Just building the shade back up. I kind of pulled it a little too low. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. Kind of wing it up. I think on the eyelid, I do want to try the shade, another pressed glitter, but this looks pretty though. And just lightly tap it on the center of my eyes. That shift is pretty. This is like a final, the finer micro glitter. It's not like the orange one. It's like a bigger chunk. All right, back to E4 with a flatter flat brush, creating the shape. I'm just going in to kind of shape the eyes further. Create this wing, and I do want to create like a some navy blue in here too. Now I do want to go into the shade, the same brush. I want to dip into E3 just to see what kind of color that we can get with this. Whew! It is pigmented though. Wow. This is like a deep forest green, which is really, really pretty. All right, I am going to kind of smoke this out. Just bring the color a little lower. All right, I'm gonna try something. I might hate it, but let's try these three. This orange with glitter. See what kind of effect that we can get with the shade. Okay, let's finish up the look and then we'll decide. If I really don't like it, I'll go back to something else. Let's go to the deepest blue, the E4. To kind of create like a little wing out. And then I'll do back to E3. I'm gonna pack on the color. All right, I'm gonna work on this corner right here. I'm gonna go back to C2 to kind of work on this color of this corner right here. And we're leaving space for the inner corner. I wanna try something. Out. Okay, let me like soften the edges at the back here. Okay. All right, so for this inner corner here, I want to try the, let's try everything. Let me try A3. This, it's kind of like a silvery, taupey purple. I'm just trying this shade out as like an inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. There's some like other pearls in here, like silver. I see gold, blue with like a silver base. It's really cool. Kind of a unique type of a metallic, right? It's like a silver base with a hint of taupe, purple. Yeah, that's this color. And you can just lightly apply so it kind of shears out to like a not super duper like silver like this. You can definitely just lightly pack it on so it kind of create a little bit of a dimension. I am back for the finished full face. Really do love how this eye look came out. Love all the looks that I created. I will say though, like some aspect of this palette is really giving me like, I don't know, I just kind of wish the pressed glitter is like a updated version. You know, like one of those pressed glitter, you kind of wish that it is like a different formula in pressed glitter. I mean, 2022, you will hope that someone can invent the type of pressed glitter that's really easy to use, easy to remove. I don't know, I just didn't think there's anything like revolutionary about this formula, and even this midnight type of a shade is a little underwhelming. So I do feel like right off the bat, they kind of wasted the space for all these shades. Even though they are pretty on the eyelid, I can't say they're not pretty. If it's up to me, I probably would do a few tweaks. And also the three oranges, I just kind of can't get over it. I mean, you already have a white. I can easily mix the white with this and created this. These two are like too close. I mean, this one, at least this one is a little pinkier. This one is like an actual orange, and this one has more yellow. But you know, I can easily mix the white to create something like this. You know, like I feel like these three are just so unnecessary in the palette. And these glitter and metallic shades are honestly not that exciting. Consider what's out there, what the indie brands are bringing to the table. I'm just honestly like a little disappointed after using it. Still gotta just tell you how I feel. Part of this palette is a little lazy to me. I know I'll never make it to the PR, but I just do really feel like that. I feel like she could have given us more. Maybe one row can be like a dual chrome, like a super metallic shifts. It is an artistry palette for face and the body. This palette leaving me wanting more than just this color story, you know. Can I create the looks that I created today with a different palette? Absolutely 100% So I didn't feel like it's a necessity. Of course, if you're inspired by the color story, you know, the pigmentation is insane. It's pretty amazing. Quality is there, the pigmentation 100% there. I don't have too much issue except for the purple shades. Kind of take some time to build. Just make sure you prime your eyes. I don't think you'll have like too crazy of an issue. Overall, yes, I do like the palette. I really do feel inspired by this color story, but this palette just leaving me wanted more. I kind of wish there's a few dual chromes or like some really metallic shades that's like really glossy on the eyes. Other than like the chunky glitters, it's kind of a waste of money for me. So I'm not mad that I bought the palette. I will get a lot of use out of it, but I'm just saying you guys have to weigh it out for yourself. $60, I would say wait for like a 30% off or something. That's a price point where I feel like a few glitter doesn't work for you. Whatever, you know, at least it's not full price. I mean, I would never tell you to pay full price for something. A sale is better than nothing. I don't think this is a palette I would be like, oh my god, run on it, get it. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the palette. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have tried any Norvina palettes. I would really love to hear from your feedback. This is my first time and I don't know if I wanted to buy more from Norvina. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoy the 3 looks, and comment down below, let me know if you guys like any of the looks. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, I would really love for you to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.